Hello everyone, we are finally back. We're gonna click on this
Sorry.
portal to Suramar here. We're heading to an area we flew over a few times but didn't actually spend any time in. But it's still a nice looking area, look at that.
Oh, I didn't use the arcane anomaly yet, so I'll be a bit behind.
You bag of shit.
Womp.
It's a pretty nice area though. Colorful, vibrant, ruins, Nightborn rebels.
Okay. To Suramar.
You can click the portal to go through to Suramar.
Yeah, I did. My loading screen is just unfortunate. Also, it looks like we're phased. Wait, no. Yes.
Maybe? I don't see
She
you.
must have come this way.
Yeah, I
Keep
see her
looking.
dot on the map, but
Indeed.
ah yes, the LVI frames show us as phased. Unfortunate. Wand.
So these are Nightborn. They are night elves.
Make haste for Suramar. You may be our last hope. Eat Nala Kanesh. I hope someone out there is listening.
Oh.
We need to keep moving.
Sane, what did you think of Suramar? You did do enough to form an opinion? Good. Then.
I don't like Suramar. There's way too much to it.
Yes, and Piamette's gonna make it painfully aware the entire time we do it.
Withered.
I mean,
I must be getting close.
that's my job.
No.
Wrath Domas!
You barely touched Legion. It was around a 10-hour romp through to skip to BFA. Oh, it's too bad. Legion was pretty good.
It was good.
Then you quit BFA almost immediately. I like the story that they were trying to tell in BFA. I just ran into an issue of them locking story behind Mythic Dungeons, and I didn't have time to look for people to do Mythic Dungeons. And yeah, well, now you can do it after a heroic. Like, they changed it so you can advance the story after a heroic, but at the time it was barred behind a Mythic, and that's entirely my own fault. Like, I just didn't have time to find a group, and my friends were all on either mixed Horde or Alliance, or they just couldn't find time to do it when I was available. The systems in play suck, and the most important part of the game is playability. Plus, it's easier to play 14. Yeah. Alright. Decrypting the echo.
Stand down, Erasmus. Can you not see that Elisand has forsaken us? Anna! That will buy me some time.
No, let me go back there. Do I need to fight this dude?
Yep.
Time stop spare. She would pay for that. This is not your business, Outlander. The Lystra has betrayed
That's
the
right.
Grand Magistrate.
This place
and must
was
be put down.
giving you a bunch of artifact
Witness
power.
the power of the Nightborn.
Yep.
It no longer does.
Plus, you're waiting for an expansion where they let you fly out the gate, then you go back. I don't think they're ever gonna do that again.
Are you?
Yeah,
I don't even know how to fly in BFA yet.
You gotta complete the achievement, which really looks like it's a lot easier to get than other expansions.
Maybe.
The Nightwell calls to me.
An Outlander, you've received my message. I have much to tell you, but it is not safe to speak here. I cannot hold this barrier forever. Delissa lifts a delicate flask to her lips. This eye, her eyes shining as she takes a sip. If we push through, we may find shelter up ahead.
Shelderai, Rap Anutanos! We must take care. The withered ones prowl this area, ravenous in their hunger for magic and flesh alike. Such is the fate of Nightborn, who cannot drink of the Nightwell. This is my fate as well. Unless... Look out! Irath Onas! Get them off the barrier!
Yep, the flying at the start of an expansion is just probably something we'll never see again. I don't mind them not letting you fly immediately. That doesn't bug me. It's just making it so that you can't fly at all, and you have to complete a whole bunch of crap to be able to fly is kind of annoying.
My
Agree.
strength is fading. We must find shelter.
Typically speaking, yeah, they make them a little annoying to navigate on the ground, but that's okay. For my first playthrough, that doesn't bug me. Just full of running by shit you don't need to fight. Yeah.
I need a moment. Get them off the barrier!
I got this chick yelling at me the moment these things appear, and it's like, I am. Idiots.
There are so many. Strange. Why do they not follow? I need to rest. Be careful who you trust.
You fight well. Perhaps it is time for a proper introduction. Delissa winces and holds her abdomen. I can ignore this wound no longer. Help me patch this up. I'll explain everything.
Suramar must be free.
Cutscene.
10,000 years ago, my city was radiant. The jewel of the Night Elf Empire. Suramar. Our people prospered for centuries. Until the Legion came. Entranced by the power they offered, our queen betrayed us to the ruin of the world. As destruction drew ever closer, a desperate choice was made. To conjure a powerful shield that would save our beloved city. It worked. Centuries passed. Without moonlight. Without sunlight. To survive, we turned to the Nightwell. A font of great power in the city's heart. Slowly, it changed us. And ultimately, drew the Legion once more to our gates. They offered us a trade. The Nightwell for our lives. As the Elders planned their surrender, some of us rebelled. We failed. Now the devils have taken Suramar. And by the curse of the Nightwell, I am damned to wither away. As my city burns. Greetings.
Hey, Deathbell. We must find a way to reclaim Suramar City. My people have subsisted on the Nightwell for millennia. Ancient mana is our lifeblood. Without it, we become well. You saw them out there. Delissa holds her flask aloft, gently shaking free the last precious drops. I'm afraid I've been rather reckless today. Already my senses are dulling. Without magic to feed upon, I will turn. Please, find me something to feed upon. Anything.
We are only as strong as our will.
We are only as strong as Piamette's will. Piamette, you need to calm down, dude.
What?
Look at this place. I feel like I'm in the show of the Runaways in their little house that they find. So, fun fact for you guys. I don't actually like Piamette.
What? How's that a fun fact?
How isn't it
It's
a
not
fun
fun
fact?
and it's not a fact.
It is fun and it is a fact.
No.
It's one of those things where, you know, you're like, that's Piamette, and then you're like, oh, it's shit, she's shit. Alright.
No.
Yeah. I need to kill.
This crust is annoying. I just did it.
Yeah, I know. You like rushed ahead and did it. I saw.
I'm not rushing ahead. I'm
Yeah, you
just
are.
doing normal things.
Yeah, you're rushing ahead. That's what you do.
Jeez.
Okay. I'll hit this lady. Okay, I can hit her from here. Alright. Kind of. I wasn't be doing any damage to her.
Yeah, you have to kill the things channeling. She's immune until then.
The eternal tethers?
Yeah.
She's vulnerable. She keeps throwing out forlorn tears. Thinking crying is gonna save her. There you go. She's dead. She thought she was tough. She was not. She's about as tough as Piamette.
What?
Meaning not tough at all. You love The Runaways? I have not seen season 3 yet, but I've watched season 1 and 2. It's pretty good. A little more down to earth than the other MCU stuff, but that's not a bad thing. I say down to earth given the plot.
Our isolation has ended.
The Lister's eyes have dulled and her body is shaking uncontrollably. Blessed takes the crystals with a trembling hand and gives me a cloak that's worse than what I have. The chamber beyond may be the perfect hiding place now that its guardian has been dealt with. Come with me.
Anratha Adore. What is this place?
Yeah, it and Cloak and Dagger are both pretty good, and they were, Runaways got a season 3.
This chamber. I've never seen anything like it.
Cloak and Dagger did not.
I'm unsure if you're still phased.
So dark.
Probably? I don't see
Yeah,
it.
right now you are.
Inala.
She just turned the
Much
lights
better.
on.
Old teleporters. Not so different from the ones in
She's a lot
Suramar
less.
City. Seems they're inactive. Let us explore downstairs. Watch your step. Strange. The floor looks like a map. And we are at the center. One thing is certain. Ley line energy is being fed into this chamber from elsewhere. What could have required such power? A weapon, perhaps? And those keepers protecting it. How long their vigil must have been. I have more questions now than before. For now, at least we know the Withered have learned to avoid this place. And nobody from the palace would think to search for us here. It is a perfect refuge, a temporary home, until I can return to Suramar. But first, I will need allies. Aran Arcana.
Since a temporary home will serve us well. There's Luminal, so she can take over reading this lady's quests.
Oh, good. You can see me. Okay. Without the Nightwell to feed upon, my comrades and I will have to live off the land itself. Ancient mana from the underground ley lines can reach the surface in many forms, most commonly as crystals or gems. Thalyssera picks up a small stone and, whispering words of power, traces a rune upon it with her fingertip. This stone will glow when ancient mana is nearby. Please gather as much as possible. It will be a precious resource in the weeks to come. Weeks! We need to make contact with Chief Telemancer Oculus, the man who developed Suramar's teleportation network. Oculus had a workshop in Old Suramar from the age before the Sundering. You may be taking refuge there. Thalyssera presses a small coin into your palm. If you find him, show him this. Hopefully you see him before he sees you. I was on my way to Ambervale in hopes of finding an old colleague. Arcanist Keldanath was fascinated by the Withered. He studied them for years, hoping to calm their feral nature or even cure them. When one of his subjects escaped and ran amok in the royal gardens, Keldanath was ordered to seize his research and kill all Withered in his possession. He refused and was exiled. If Keldanath lives, he is near Withered, and Withered are drawn to old settlements like Ambervale.
The Shalderai will be redeemed.
Okay.
Alright, time for Piamette to shit herself.
No.
Yeah, if anybody can shit herself, it's Piamette. She excels
No.
at it. Look at this area.
Now we have a flight point.
This is Wintrig's favorite area.
No.
It is.
Go over here.
Yeah, because there's something special over here. Look at it. Look at it. It's Annex, the rare gem. He's a big gem.
Okay, so...
I need to go over here and collect this ancient mana.
Yeah, I need one as well. So I'll go the other way.
You actually need 3.
Yeah. Alright, we can fly.
How do you feel about
Thank you.
Bufo?
Bufo.
Yeah.
Bufo's okay, I guess.
Looks like they're shared, so you can go back and grab the one I got.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Huh, you're right. Fuck, there's a shit ton of... Oh. Should we just turn this in now? Where do we turn it in? Ah,
Inside the cave?
yeah. We should just turn it in now since we're right here.
I'll destroy you if you ever speak to me like that again.
Oh, okay.
One day at a time.
Keep a lookout for those crystal formations all over Suramar. We will need them.
Anratha Adore.
Let's go north to Ambervale. Piamette was training to be an arcanist in real life, but then she realized it's fictional and can't do it.
What?
Yeah, it was a rough time for her.
What?
Somebody's been living here recently. This scroll bears strange lettering that glows warmly, beckoning your hand. These are giant rats. Look at these. As your finger traces the elegant symbols on the page, a voice dictates the words in your mind. It seems the Nightborn have elevated even simple note-taking to a sorceress art. Arcanist Keldeneth was definitely working in this area. There may be more of his notes scattered around.
Day 5. Wards prove effective at deterring the withered, but do nothing for the cacophony of critters and beasts outside. The nights are so loud out here.
Oops. Oh no.
And then there's
I relish
Piamette
what little
slaying
sleep I
rats.
can manage. Tomorrow I
I
begin looking
accidentally
for
hit
subjects.
one, and then they all came.
There's a quest here.
Yep.
This small device of elegant Nightborn design crackles gently with arcane power. Keldeneth's notes mention wards that keep withered at bay. It seems he found some form of spellcasting and does not tempt their ravenous appetite for magic. This may prove useful in your search for the missing arcanist. Alright.
Okay.
Never speak to me like that.
What? Here. Here's one.
Day 9. Still no luck in communicating with the withered. I must regard this failure not as a measure of ability, but a measure of progress.
There's a rare.
Shalom.
Right there.
Shellon. He's gonna die. And down he goes.
Okay.
There's a
That
ward.
item. 100. Sweet. Hmm?
Found a ward.
Day 14. The new subject, number 16, is special. His arcane essence is touched by some mysterious power. I have named him Theron.
Alright, day 14. Oh, there's another ward.
Ah, here's one. I haven't even been looking for the wards.
Day 16. Breakthrough. Using Theron's essence as the base, I have crafted a spell that calms the withered. At least it works sometimes.
What you been up to today, Deathbell? How's your day been treating you?
Did it.
Found another ward. Found another scroll. A rewarding effect. The ward snaps lights, giving you a slight pinch. Keldenath must have put great care into developing the spell that would scare the withered away without harming them. Isn't he withered too?
No.
Day 24. Awoke to a night elf's blade at my neck. He asked what I was doing to the withered. Searching for a cure, I replied. He merely grunted and disappeared into the woods.
Okay. What the fuck is this?
What are you looking for?
It says there's a mana here. Oh, there it is.
Alright, we gotta find more notes.
Gonna kill this rare.
Why would we do that? Why would we do this? What did he ever do to
Hunger.
us?
He hungers.
Like Frostborn?
Yeah.
Arthas? What are you doing, my son? Succeeding you. Father.
Order resources.
So the current CEO of Blizzard was like, there's an ancient manor here. He was
Oh,
like,
thank you.
it's been a rough week at Blizzard this week because
Oh yeah, I saw a thing of that article,
in here,
but I didn't read it.
yeah, because of fucking Warcraft 3's launch.
Yeah.
They're like,
That's really unfortunate.
yeah, they're talking about how fans expected all of these things that we told them was going to
Day
be in it.
33. Low on arc wine. Theron making excellent progress. Shallan remains stubborn. Crystals becoming harder to find.
Anyway, he's like, we advertised all these things in here, and then we didn't have time to put them in, basically. And fans were expecting them. I think there's one in here, maybe? Maybe? Oh, okay, maybe not. I don't see any. Okay, alright.
Here,
You
I
lost me.
figured it would be up here because the blue area extends all the way up here.
Day 40. A massive Ettin trampled through my workshop at Coraloon Manor. Scared him away with magic. Have a feeling he will be back.
There we go. And now I guess we fly south to Coralline Manor, but we can do that next week.
Oh, okay.
Flying back to the area.
Let's just grab the flight point here.
Oh, yeah. You've lost faith in Blizzard since Activision got their tentacles on them. It used to be that Blizzard was guaranteed awesome hit game, but now they're like 60-40 catastrophic failure. Now they just charge full price for an HD texture pack. Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that were wrong with Reforged. I'm not having any issues with myself because I wasn't expecting much from it anyway. But I'm not overly surprised because they promised all these things with like the camera, new cutscenes, new story for Jaina and Arthas specifically, like fleshing that out. And Maev, they promised more for her, and they gave you none of it. They just cut it all out. They said they just didn't have time, and it's like, well, you didn't really give us a time frame anyway, and then randomly dropped a release date on us, so you had the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, people were expecting the things that they said they were putting in there, and they didn't put any of it in there. And then, on top of that, they rendered the original game that people bought 20 years ago unplayable unless you purchase Reforged.
Oh, what the fuck?
And what I mean by that, there's some people whose computers are really bad. They don't use their computer very often, but their computers are good enough to run the old Warcraft 3. But it's not good enough to run Reforged. And apparently there's a lot of people that are in this situation. And a GM literally responded, "Don't worry, your stats will still be there until you upgrade your computer and can play the new version."
Oh no.
Literally told them, "Hey, it's good. Just buy a new computer."
Holy shit. Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's something.
Like, yes, I get people should expect that older computers are not going to be able to run newer games forever. Eventually, it's going to come a point where your computer's not good enough and you have to upgrade. But you shouldn't have to think about that with a game that's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I've been playing through it, and yeah, the graphics are upscaled, and they're not terrible, but they're also not as good as they could be. And the cutscenes weren't improved at all. But yeah, so people wanting them to at least add in what they said they were going to add in, not weird. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, stream, I'm going to end this recording.